character is now married to Gemma. Oh, and congratulations on tying the knot. You've done well there. Why are you hanging around here talking to me? Shouldn't you two be snuggled up at home? Oi, I heard you tied the knot. That's great news. I'm happy for you both, and maybe a little jealous. Sheesh, I'm sorry. It all slipped my mind. I heard you got hit. I'm very jealous. I just need to find myself a sweetheart. Oh, Tran, how can you act so cool when you're with us and then go all soppy and soft when Gemma's around? I know you're in love and all that, but you have to keep your mind on the job. But you still got things to do, you know. Huh. I admire anyone who commits to a lifelong union, especially when they are as youthful as you, Tran. Perhaps one day I shall do the same. So you married your childhood sweetheart, eh? It's just like something out of a storybook. It does make me think I'd like to meet a nice man of my own one day, though.
You know, I've been thinking. First
Dirk ties the knot, and now you? Seems I'm the last man standing. Oh, that's fine by me. Marriage is more trouble than it's worth if you're a lone wolf kind of guy.
Listen.
Looks like things are going well with Gemma. You're very lucky to meet someone so nice and sensible.
Okay.
Oh, and don't worry. I'm not going to breathe a word to her about what happened with Dresden.
Och, that's grand!
Ah, laddie, you done well there. Gemma's a bonny lass and no mistake. Your parents would be over the moon. I just know they would. They're up there smiling down on you both. You can take my word for it.
Fabulous!
You and Gemma are made for each other, darling. I can tell. This is true love. Do take some advice from your old pal Sylve, though. Youthful passion won't last forever, so make sure that you're always open and honest with each other. That way your love will last forever. You going away, Tran? Well, make sure you come back soon. Gemma would have missed you, know. You're married now, after all. Just make sure you come home when all of this is over, you hear? You're married now, you know. I bet you miss the taste of good old home cooking when you're out on the road, don't you? Well, feel free to pop back for a feed anytime you like. The horses have worked harder than anyone to help us rebuild the village. They've earned themselves a lifetime supply of carrots. Welcome home, darling. I'm still shy about calling you that, you know. You look exhausted. You shouldn't push yourself so hard, you know. Anyway, now you're back. You can have a nice rest. Are you ready to turn in? Not yet. Alright, what do you want to do then? Shall we go for a walk? No, I've got to talk to the town. Alright, well, we could do something next time you're home. Take care out there, darling. Is that a roulette table on my back? No, I guess not. Maybe that's supposed to represent the Wheel of Harma? Because that's where I got the blade from, I believe. So where is Mom? I'm going to stay here at the mayor's house tonight. I thought you and Gemma should spend some time together, just the two of you. You know, that was a wonderful wedding. I'm sure Gemma loved every second of it. You'll make her very happy. I know you will. Now, when Gemma first told me she wanted to marry you, I confess I was a little bit taken aback. I wondered if you were ready for a start. But ever since you left, you've really grown up. Seeing the way you helped us rebuild the village convinced me of that. That's why I was only too happy to give you my blessing. I couldn't ask for a finer husband for my granddaughter. So, I hear congratulations are in order. Seems like Gemma's finally made an honest man out of you. It's all very well saving the world and being a hero, all that, but you need someone to come home to, don't you? Good night then, darling. Have yourself a good night's sleep now, won't you? Morning, darling. It was so nice spending time with you. I only wish that you could stay longer. But I know that's not how things are right now. You don't have to worry about me. I'll be just fine here with my new mother-in-law. Happily married. Rewarded for agreeing to be with Gemma until death do you part. Yes. Alright then, a lover's stroll it is. Hee.
Oh, heck.
It's such a shame you're always away, Tran. I'd love to stroll around the village with you more often. Don't worry, though. I know you have more important things to do. Your destiny is to restore peace to the world. And once you've done that, we'll be able to spend much more time together. Remember that I'll always be here waiting for you.
How wonderful!
Oh, okay, I guess she warped behind me. Of course, it's alright for you and Gemma. You've got plenty to be excited about. I wish my fellow would pop the question, but he keeps saying commitment isn't his thing.
It's just a thought, but...
Do you remember when we climbed the tower together, Tran? Well, the truth is that I was planning to tell you that I'd always liked you once we reached the top. With all the monsters and excitement, though, I couldn't find the right moment. But it seems you knew all along anyway. When you proposed to me, I was so happy I thought I was going to burst.
Brilliant!
Oh, I wish I had the words to tell you exactly how I feel. All I know is that I want to be with you forever.
Darling!
Fancy a chat, do you? Brilliant!
I want to see if she's in this battle. For Sandy. Yeah, she's in this battle. Alright, let's transition to the top of the hill and we'll see if she has anything new to say.
It's just a thought, but...
Nope. Alright, we're done here, I guess. Let's go turn on my mini medals. Now, if she's still following me, that'd be awesome, but I really doubt it. She'll have to climb down the cobblestone tour on her own. Beef her up. Ah, I see that brought me 100 mini medals. Magnifique! Allow me to stamp your album. Boom! Lag. Making things with Metal Kings. Can it be true? Non. Moi toi. Oui. Wait. Moi oui. Tron. You have completely filled your album de medalles. This is magnifique. Incredible even. You are the first person in the history of the Academy to collect so many medals in so minimal a time. I knew that I was right to enroll you as an étudiant on here. But does this mean that your mini medal collecting career is over? None. Now that your album de medalles is complete, I will exchange any medals that you bring to me for maximally magnificent rewards of your choosing. Plus the change, eh? I would have you collect more mini medals just like you did before. Seeks them out, picks them up, and brings them to me. Okay, I guess I did not need another 100. Could just farm 10, alright. You have 90 medals au total. What would you like to change them for? I don't need any of this stuff. Alright, let's see. Take a look at my item list. Recipe books, I have all the recipe books. I need I'm missing one armor. I wonder what that one is. Shield? Some shield. Maybe a Metal King shield. 4 weapons. Alright, let's go. I'll go smith these things then. Actually, there is one side objective that I overlooked before we complete the game, and that is the Puff Puff Buff achievement. There's 8 girls that you must encounter. You can't zoom until you've dressed back in your regular clothes, so you pretty much have to walk back out anyways. Lo, thou art surpassing fair of face. Wilt thou sample the sensual Puffball for a mere 20 gold coins? Sure. Then let the ritual begin. Puff puff. Well, art thou not alive with pleasure? Puff puff. Alas, the ritual is ended. Thy custom is ever appreciated, noble sir. Pray, visit us as often as the mood taketh thee. Awarded to commemorate your very first taste of the exotic power of the Puff Puff. Puff Puff Pioneer. Alright, the next one is in Gallopolis. Oh my, just look at you. What a handsome fellow you are. I wish to give you the priceless gift of Puff Puff. Will you permit me? Sure. Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say this. Come then, follow me. Hehehe. I've never been in this building before. Goodness me, but I cannot see you all at once. Whatever do you think I am? Just you, my sweet. You and you alone. Come now, will you follow me to my private chamber? Nah, you will not. Such a shame. But never mind. Goodbye for now. Wonderful, then follow me. Tran nervously leaves his friends behind. Now, just sit right here on the bed. That's it, my sweet. Is it alright with you if I turn off the light? Yes? Nope. Do not tease me so, my sweet. Here we go. Puff puff. Hehe. Puff puff. What? What are you? Hey, that tickles. Not bad, eh? Not bad, eh? I give a puff puff and a half, I do. My sweet, meet my father. He's the greatest practitioner of the puff puff in all the lands of the world. That's me done, then. Don't be a stranger, eh, sunshine? Oh, my sweet, how are you feeling? Are you soothed and calmed? I do hope so. You will come and visit us again soon, yes? Don't you go giving my girl any funny ideas, yeah? She's got enough of her own already. So, how was it, Tran? She is so pissed. Gosh, well, shall we get moving? Alright, the next one is in Gondolia. Do I please thee, good Sirrah? Am I fair in thine eyes? Then mayhap thou wouldst accept from me a heartfelt puff puff. Thou wilt, verily, 'tis music to mine ears. Puff puff. I thank thee for thy custom. Should the hunger for puff puff ever assail thee again, 'twould be my pleasure to sate it. Alright, and then next up is Phenomenon. I think it's upstairs, isn't it? Yeah. You look like a guy who knows what he wants, so how about it? A private puff puff session just for you. Alright, here we go. Puff puff. A puff on your face all over the place. Puff puff. And there you have it. All done, my little puffykins. Tran's private puff puff session is finished. His charm increases by 5. Whoa. Well, what did you think of my makeup skills? That pretty little face of yours is even prettier now. Wonder if it's probably not redoable. I assume it's not. Then we got Snivlime. Hello there, young man. Aren't you lovely? What do you say to a puff puff? Sure. Yay, come meet me by the harbor bell tomorrow lunchtime. Alright, whatever. Just the bank. The bell. Yeah, you came. Ready for your puff puff? No. Not quite the right time for you yet? Well, I'll be waiting here when it is. Okay, keep very still. I'm about to start. Puff puff. And finally, puff puff. Ah! Achoo! Tran tries to hold back a sneeze but fails. Oh dear, you're right. I'm studying makeup artistry, you see, but I'm not very good, so I tend to get powder all over the place. I have a hard time trying to get any of the girls to help me out as models. I can't understand why. I'm going to become the best makeup artist there is, you know, and then I'm going to do the stage makeup over at the circus in Gallopolis. And then we've got Octagonia, there's 2 of them. The first one is accessible when it's still in Arena, but the second one is only available when you can do the VIP thing. Bonjour, handsome. This is the Puff Puff Nook. Would you like to have a go? Fun. Rest yourself, Zed. Okay, Zed, here we go. Puff Puff. Et voila! How do you feel? That was special Puff Puff spell that is going to make you even more popular with the ladies. So don't be shy, have courage. If you've got it, flaunt it. Oh, hello there. You've got the look of a very important person about you. That means you're entitled to a Puff Puff. Would you like one? Sure. Lovely. Close your eyes then. Ready? Here we go. What's that funny sound? I made it with a trumpet, you know. Let's hope it brings you plenty of good luck. See you again soon. Last one is in the battleground. A very odd place for it. Hello there, handsome. Fancy a quick puff puff? Yes. Right this way, sweetheart. Are you ready? Nope. Need a little time to pluck up your courage, do you? Well, come back whenever you're ready. I'll be waiting. Alright then, close your eyes and we'll get started.
Don't be nervous now. Just relax. Oh, you're so muscly. Let me work out these knots. Does that feel good? You'll tell me if it hurts, won't you? Okay, all done. You can open your eyes now.
Time to take the plunge, darling. 3, 2, 1. Puff, puff!
Man, it just gets weirder and weirder. How was it? Felt like heaven, right? That's why I call it the Puff Puff of Paradise. Come back whenever you want to give it another go. I'll be waiting! Puff Puff Puff, awarded for experiencing the pleasure of the Puff Puff in all its many forms. Alright, that's all of them. Let's head back to HQ. Let's show Calasmos what we're made of. An almighty evil emanates from within the Black Star. Begin the final battle with Calasmos. Yes.
You have come, Yggdrasil spawn. I am Calasmos, born of the void.
The evil radiating from him, it's almost unbearable.
Yggdrasil begat Yggdrasil. I shall destroy the world tree. The void shall consume you all.
To even hope to best such a foe may seem pure folly, but we cannot flinch or falter. We are our world's last and only hope.
Can we really do this?
Oh, honey, you better believe we can. Come on. We've waited our whole lives for this moment.
We'll win, all right! He won't know what hit him.
Well, laddie, this is it. It's time to do what you were born to do. Ready?
Nope.
Here it comes. The Final Showdown. Let's do this.
Come, children of light. Give yourselves to darkness. Soon all shall know the void. Calasmos draws near.
Alright, what do we got here? Veronica first. We'll do a channel anger. We'll do... we'll cast Accelerado first, because I want to use this. Now we'll use the Super Sword of Light to remove his evil aura. Try and hold the Super Sword of Light aloft. All is bathed in a blinding light.
Perhaps I underestimated you. Not that it matters. Your fate is already sealed.
Apparently that's more than one enemy. Okay, so we would now cast Boomful on you. Some darklings appear. Calasmos spews forth blazing fire. Veronica calls upon the power of Pep, and with Serena prepares to unleash mighty magic burst. Multiple enemies are defeated. Part of Calasmos' mask cracks and falls away. Before we switch out, we might as well cast something else. Say Kabuff. Well, not enough MP, duh. Alright. Abilities, anything I want to do? Probably not. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and do a lineup change. I didn't want to immediately because I figured that I'm just wasting a turn by not having done it right after I did the Mighty Magic Burst.
Have my sword.
Tran perfectly parries this attack. Party prepared to unleash Giga Burst. Calasmos' mask completely falls away. His true face is finally revealed. Calasmos is defeated. Guess you should have learned your lesson the first time.
But know this, the dark cannot be erased, for without it, light cannot exist. My body may die, but my spirit shall live on. I shall endure.
For guys so bent on destruction, just learn to accept your own.
Light! Foul light! Hideous! Why do you burn so bright?
Seriously? When did we become an action flick?
It's over. It's really over this time. The last great evil is gone. Our world is safe at last.
What began with Erdwin and his companions so long ago finishes here today, with us.
What are you looking so serious for? We should be celebrating. I get it. You're thinking of her, aren't you? You want to go and help her. Well, what are we waiting for?
I don't know why we have to wait to defeat Calasmos before helping Serenica. That was the first thing I did. It's like, oh, I want to go help her.
You have come again, wanderers. And you have succeeded in your quest. Shadows no longer hang heavy over the land. Evil has been banished from Erdria. But if this is so, why have you returned? What brings you here now, when all is as it should be at last?
Art thou? Thou wouldst have me return there?
Thank you, Luminary.
I hope she finds him.
She just disappeared. Why can't I shake the feeling this has all happened before?
With the Dark One defeated and their journey at an end, Tran and his companions return home. Then one day, Cobblestone. After the battle to end all battles, Calasmos is conquered, and Tran and his companions return to the Tower of Lost Time to see Serenica. She returns to her human form and goes back in time to seek out the one she loves. Our heroes, having now saved the world and aided the ancient hero, return to their respective homes to live out the rest of their lives in peace. Good morning, darling. I thought you were going to sleep all day. The weather's just lovely again, and everyone's in a wonderful mood, just like they have been every day since you saved the world. Why don't you go and show your face around the village? I'm not going anywhere. I'm sorry if I get upset when you go away, I just can't help it. But I'm proud of you, you know. You did save the world after all. And don't ever think for a second that I regret marrying you. It was the best decision I ever made. You go and do what you need to. I'll be waiting right here, same as always. I love you so much, Tran, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. It's time to saddle up. It's a lovely day. What better way to spend it than saddling up one of our fine horses and going for a ride? You could take Gemma with you. She loves horses, right? I bet she'd love it. To think, you've saved the world and you're still only a youngster. Well, the future's in your hands. I just hope I can stick around long enough to see what you and the other young folks achieve. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. So you did it. You fulfilled your destiny and carried out the sacred mission of the Luminary. Well, I'm not surprised. I always knew you would. Now, you fought hard for everyone else. It's time to focus on yourself and Gemma and do everything you can to be happy. I want to go on an adventure. You've been all around the world, haven't you? Can you tell me what it's like? Nope. Wait, it's okay. I don't want you to tell me. I want to save the surprise for when I see it all myself. Woohoo, you got rid of all the monsters. Now we can play outside as much as we like. Thank you so much. I've been telling all my friends that I know the hero who saved the whole world. So I hear you did the deed and battered the Dark One. Nice work, fella. I'd like to think you couldn't have done it without all the help I gave you. Speaking of which, I might have a bit of gossip to share if you're interested in. Nope. What's that? You ain't bothered? Well, you're lost, mate. I thought you might be. Well, truth is, I got myself a lady. Yeah, right here in Cobblestone. We tied the knot and everything. I've done well, even if I do say so myself. Yep, my wandering days are over. It's time to settle down. And who knows, maybe we can give Connie a little brother or sister one day. She'd like that. What do you reckon? Pretty juicy stuff, eh? But don't go breathing a word of this to anyone, you hear? It's still a secret. Hey, Tran, who were those girls you were talking to? I heard that the creature that was sealed away in Erdwin's lantern was huge. I mean huge. I don't know how you'd actually fight something that size, but it seems you managed it. I take my hat off to you. So you did it, Tran. You managed to defeat the forces of darkness, and Sir Hendrik helped you. Even when we were locked up in that castle in Halodor, I knew he was a good sort. I'm just glad I was proved right. Welcome to Cobblestone, home of Erdrea's savior and all-around living legend, the one and only Tran. What's that? What do you think I'm doing? I'm practicing. This place will be flooded with tourists before long, I'm sure of it. I mean, how many villages can say they're home to the savior of the entire world? Not many. Yep, good times are on their way, and once the sightseers start coming, we'll be making money hand over fist. Your mother was in floods of tears when she saw you come home safe and sound. She was so relieved, I thought she'd keel over. Put her through so much, the least you can do is make her happy, and that means treating Gemma right. A message from the mayor. Thanks to the tireless efforts of Tran, peace has been restored to Erdrea. In celebration, I offer one of my finest jokes yet. Now the world is at peace, don't go disturbing it, please. If you do, you'll be getting a piece of my mind. Everything's going well with Gemma, I take it? Nope. What? Now you listen to me, young man. Girls like Gemma don't grow on trees, you know. She's a little treasure. She's lovely looking, she's got a heart of gold, dear of her. You better pull your socks up and make her happy, you hear? Otherwise you'll have me to deal with. Glad to hear it. She's a keeper, that one. Don't you go messing it up. Yep, she's a little treasure, alright. Lovely looking with a heart of gold, dear of her. Girls like that don't grow on trees, you know. Make her happy, you hear? You wouldn't let your mother down, would you? Well, if it isn't Cobblestone's finest, you've done us all proud and brought peace and tranquility back to the world. I'm sure it was no walk in the park, but you did what you had to do and fulfilled your destiny as the Luminary. We couldn't be prouder of you. And to top it off, you've married my beautiful granddaughter. I couldn't have asked for a finer husband for our Gemma. You've been through a lot, Tran. Your eyes tell the whole sorry tale. But don't worry. If there's one thing my long life has taught me, it's that these things make you stronger. You've grown into a fine young man, so hold your head high and live your life as you want to. Ah, Tran, it feels like it was only yesterday that you were running around the village getting into scrapes. I never thought that little scamp would end up saving the world, I must say. Honestly though, it's just lovely knowing that one of our local boys is the savior of Erdrea. People used to turn their noses up at cobblestone. Well, not anymore. We must give thanks for all we have here in Erdrea. Truly we are blessed. Your name is known in every corner of the world, but you will always be a cobblestonian, which means you must never forget to give thanks to the spirit of the land. One of my little ones just had a bouncing baby boy of their own. As long as Yggdrasil is there, life will go on. When one leaf drops from the world tree's branches, another springs up to take its place. And yes, one day it will be our turn to fall from the bow, but until then, let's enjoy every moment. I just got back from climbing the tower. It's the first time I've been up there since all the trouble, and it's as beautiful as ever. You can see Yggdrasil so clearly off in the distance. It's amazing to think that the world tree's always been there watching over us all. Cobblestone's finally been officially recognized by the king for being the home of the Luminary. The mayor's been crowing about it non-stop. I'm sure you've heard him nattering on. Eh? You didn't know anything about it? Well, then you better go and tell him to stop hogging all the limelight. You're the best, Tran. You saved the world. When I grow up, will you marry me? Sure. Sorry, I changed my mind. I don't want Gemma to get angry with me. I suppose it never would have worked. You've got Gemma after all. All I do every day is go strolling about the place with my lovely horse, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Now you've got to spend every day with your lovely wife. Make sure you treasure every second together, won't you? That fellow in the fancy getup was amazing. He breathed fire, walked on tight ropes, the works. He was a friend of yours, right? It seems you've met all sorts of folks on your travels. The mind boggles. Guess what? I got a letter from the old mucker Eric. He mentioned you and all. I bet you'd be one to hear what he had to say, eh? Nope. Oh, alright, be like that. Thought so. Right, let old Dirk read it for you. Right, here goes. Say hi to Tran for me. I hope he's doing good. You know, meeting him really changed my life. We had some crazy times together. The prophecy came true, we set off on an adventure, and then we wound up saving the world. Who'd have thought it? Guess it really was our destiny, and what a ride. I treasure every memory, you know. But don't tell Tran that, will you? He'll think I'm going soft in my old age. Anyway, catch you later. Eric, your old partner in crime. Whoops. Maybe I shouldn't have read it to you after all. I forgot that last bit. Oh well, Eric will forgive me, I'm sure. He always did have a big heart. Thanks to your world-saving monster-clearing antics, no one's buying any weapons. You owe me some compensation, don't you think? That was a joke, a joke! I'd take peace and tranquility above profit any day of the week, but I might need to think of some new sales angles. You did it, Tran. You beat the big bad boss and got rid of all the monsters. Listen, there's something I wanted to mention. The truth is, I've always had a bit of a thing for Gemma, so when you married her, I had to confess I was a bit jealous. But I know she chose the right man. I know you'll make her very happy. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Dwarg.
Dorman seems to be singing a cheerful song of some description. Notice the parents. Now that the monsters outside the village are gone, plans are underway for a picnic out in the beautiful green fields. Tell all your children. I remember when you were just a little lad following his grandfather around all day. Now look at you. I mean, never mind all the saving the world stuff, you managed to marry Gemma. Bravo! Yep, there's no doubt about it. Old Chalky had lived to see how well you turned out. He'd be as pleased as punch. I could barely believe my eyes when none other than King Carnelian himself turned up to see ya. But not that he ain't the only VIP you know, is he? Not bad for a lad from Cobblestone. Good work, fella. So it turns out you're a prince from a far-off kingdom. I always thought you looked a little bit classy for cobblestone. I can't help but wonder what you're going to do with the rest of your life. The world's your oyster after all. But just remember, you always have a home right here in Cobblestone. This is where you grew up. You'll always be one of us, and we'll always be happy to see you. Oi, Tran, there's a couple girls waiting for you by the entrance to the top of the village, you know. I ain't gonna let you go wander off and leaving them. There's such a thing as chivalry, you know. A bloke don't leave a lady waiting, let alone two of them.
If you is in perfect person, this thought is reading between the dark one and the great big funny look on the cheek. What's the matter? You look a little scared. Oh no, this is scaredy cash.
I knew back in Octagonia you was no normal fighter, but I never thought you'd end up saving the whole bloomin' world. Well, truth be told, I was a bit gutted when you beat us, but there ain't no shame in losing to the greatest war in history, is there? No, it was an honor taking a walloping from ya. Aw, ain't they sweet? Ah, the man of the moment. Those two adorable young ladies over there want to see you. Seems they've come a fair old way.
Well, look who it is.
It's so nice to see you again. It feels like an age now since we defeated the Dark One, doesn't it?
Now, let's get down to business, shall we? We've been worried that your life might be lacking purpose now things have quietened down.
Do you remember the vision we saw some time ago? The one where Serenica and the Watchers sent Calasmos up to his prison in the sky? Well, afterwards, Serenica took the Sword of Light back to its rightful resting place in the heart of Yggdrasil, didn't she? So, we were thinking, what with the sword being such a symbol of Erdria's newfound peace and everything, we should do as Serenica did. We should return it to the World Tree for safekeeping.
We know how attached to it you are, but we couldn't help thinking it would be safer with Yggdrasil. And besides, we wouldn't want you losing it, would we? So what do you say? Shall we take the Sword of Light back to where it belongs?
Nope.
Don't be like that. We can't have the most important weapon in the world rusting in a cowshed in cobblestone, can we? Come on, I know you must be itching to get back on the road again. Stop being such a spoil sport. So what do you say? Shall we take the Sword of Light back to where it belongs?
Fine.
That's the spirit! Right, we're ready when you are, so just let us know when you want to set off.
I'm sure we won't be gone for too long. But it's quite a way to Yggdrasil and back. Why don't you go and say your goodbyes, and we'll wait here for you.
Just talk to everybody. Gotta talk to everybody again. I'm sure it won't be gone for too long, but it's quite a way to Yggdrasil and back. Fair enough, do what you have to do. Remember to say all your goodbyes. You won't be coming back for a while. That is very ominous. Why don't adorable young ladies come looking for me? Some people are just destined to live interesting lives, I suppose. Can you introduce me to them? Maybe we can become pen pals or something. I knew we wouldn't have a snowball's chance in beating you now, but if you ever fancy a rematch, we'd be well up for it. The buns are still the same size of a couple king slimes in a sack, so it seems a shame to waste them. Just for old time's sake, it'd be a pleasure to do one of me trademark bum drops on you. You seem to know them really well. Are they your friends? Wait, or is the older one your, Yup. Ha! I don't believe you. Well, whatever you do, just make sure you don't hurt Gemma, or you'll have me to answer to. You can come with, What? You're off again? But you've only just come back. Well, once a wanderer, always a wanderer, I suppose. Tell you not to go, but I know what you're like. Just you be sure to come home safe and sound, you hear? After all, our little family's going to get bigger before long. You sure don't want to come with? You know you can't go off wandering around the world forever, don't you? After all, our little family's about to get bigger. Haha, look at you gawping like a loony. I'm talking about Sandy, silly. She's going to have puppies any day now. I told you that the other day, or weren't you listening? I can't wait to meet the little ones. I'm sure they're going to be fluffy bundles of loveliness. Hehe. You're planning on heading off again, are you? You've only just get back after all that time away. Yeah, you never could sit still, could you? Well, at least there aren't any monsters around anymore, but still, you need to be careful and make sure you come back in one piece. Let me guess, you're looking for advice on how to treat Gemma, right, aren't you? Well, that's easy. Tell her you love her every chance you get. There's nothing you can buy her that'll make her happier than that, trust me. Oh, let's get going then. Hey, where do you think you're going? I asked you to let us know when you're ready to go. What are you doing just walking off? So you ready to head to Yggdrasil? Yeah. Alright, looks like you said all your goodbyes. Let's get going. It's time to take the Sword of Light back to its rightful resting place. Tran sets out for Yggdrasil with Veronica and Serena. We could just like zoom there and come back. Be done in 5 minutes. The World Tree. What happens if I tried to leave? This is no time to be climbing down wells, Tran. We've got to get to Yggdrasil and return the Sword of Light back to its rightful place. One day, not long later, Tran, newly and happily married to Gemma, is met with a surprising sight. Veronica and Serena. Together with the two sages, our hero sets off to carry out one last essential task, returning the Sword of Light, Erdrea's enduring symbol of hope, to its rightful resting place in the heart of Yggdrasil, just as Serenica did so many centuries ago.
There's something I want to talk to you about.
It's time to return the Sword of Light to Yggdrasil, Tran. Now that the battle with the Dark One is over, we have to return the sword to where it belongs. It will rest there forever, an eternal symbol of hope.
Hello.
It was so nice to spend time with you again, Tran. It's always so much fun. But now it's time to say goodbye. The Sword of Light must be returned to Yggdrasil. As one thing ends, though, another begins. I know we'll meet again someday.
Coming here brings back a lot of memories, doesn't it? It's such a special place.
At first there was nothing. Then came the light. That's how the books of legend begin. The world was a cold, desolate wasteland. And then light dawned. It was the gift of the World Tree. And it gave birth to Erdrea, our beautiful home. This is where it all began. This is the source from which the river of life flows. I think it's time, don't you? Time to return the Sword of Light to its rightful resting place.
So you have come at last. Welcome, children of the light. I am the being your kind once called the Yggdragon. Yggdrasil and I are one and the same. Long, long ago, I did battle with Calasmos. I was defeated. My radiance was extinguished. I had been the source of all light. Without me, the world grew dim. Until finally, darkness reigned entirely. But that was not the end. The Watchers, my erstwhile comrades in arms, came to my aid. The time that had been torn from me was set in motion once again. I shed my old form and took on a new one, that of Yggdrasil. And I set about creating this world. How long have I waited for true heroes to appear and bring this story to an end? I could not defeat Calasmos, nor could Erdwin before you. No, it fell to you to vanquish him once and for all. Luminary, you are the one, the savior of Erdria. I hereby confer upon you the title of Erdrick, mightiest of heroes. Know this, Erdrick. There can be no day without night. One day, the darkness will surely rise again. None can say when, nor what form it might take. Perhaps I myself may even succumb to the night. But one thing we can know for certain: these things will never die. Love and courage, even should the worst come to pass, and darkness consume my soul. A hero will surely arise to take the sword in hand once more. And the echoes of that hero's valor shall ring through the ages.
English cast the Luminary. That must have been tough voice lining all that. So one of my favorite. So I have played these games that you're seeing now. One of my favorite things about 3 was character creation. You could make a party of like 3 fighters if you wanted, or 3 clerics, called pilgrims back in the Dragon Warrior translation. I'm sure there's been remakes since then. I don't know what they're called today. I've only ever played the NES. Dragon Warrior 4 I have a lot of memories of. I tended to get bored around, I think, Chapter 4, which is when the dancer and fortune-telling chicks were the stars of that chapter. Like, I probably started the game like 3 or 4 times. Even after beating it, I would sometimes, when I start a new game, stop at Chapter 4. It just felt too long to me. I did play Dragon Quest V. It was on a ROM and translated. So I never played the official release or cartridge release. I had a ROM for that one. I think it was on the PlayStation. I think I had it for a long time. I just never got around to playing it because I was turned off by the graphics and the 3D stuff. But I finally just knuckled down and started playing it. This one's Journey of the Cursed King. I don't remember it too well, but it was a pretty fun game. I really liked the dialogue between the hero and the princess. Like, Gemma doesn't exactly have a lot of lines. You don't really know much about Gemma, but in this game, you get to talk to the princess often. On the Nintendo DS, Sentinel of the Starry Skies. I've never played Dragon Quest X. Never heard of it, but like obviously I know 10 comes before 11. I mean, I know it exists.
Cooey. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Morning, my darling. It's time to get up. Today's a very important day.
Is that the same voice actor for the hero's mother? Achievement unlocked, Echoes of an Elusive Age. Thank you very much for watching. Tran wins Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age. I'll see you in the next series.